are doing another full day of eating, but this time I'm doing a full day of eating on a Friday. So I wanted to show you guys what kind of like the weekend looks like for me. I know I always preach about balance and making it a lifestyle. So I thought, let me show you guys how I put this into practice because my husband and I are actually going to be going out to eat tonight. So I want to show you what I'm going to order at the restaurant too and how I structure my day around the meal out. When it comes to nutrition, I'm all about planning ahead. You want to go into your day with a plan, especially when you're going out to eat. It's planned flexibility. It's not going to be something where I just write off the entire day just because we're going to have a meal out. So I always make sure to still pre-log all of my macros into my FitnessPal. And what I've actually been doing this week is I've actually got some meal prep from a local meal prep company here in Vegas. It has been such a game changer. I have not even had to cook at all this week, which is amazing. And these meals are very tasty. They're also extremely high in protein, so I am easily hitting my protein goal. I've actually had to take out my eggs in breakfast because I was going way over my protein goal, but I am gonna pre-log my breakfast right now, which I'm just gonna have a bagel. This is my breakfast. I have this in here. Then these are the two meal prep company meals that I put in here. So I did go in and add them manually myself because they have the macros on here. So you just put it into my FitnessPal. And so now I look at where I'm at. So I have 1,000, almost 1,100 calories remaining. Meals out are gonna be pretty high in calories, but I still think I want to add a bit more calories here. So I'm actually going to add eggs to my breakfast this time, just so I hit my protein goal today still. Okay, so I put in my two meal prep meals that I'm going to have today and my breakfast. So I'm eating all of this before the meal out. And what I did is I left about 27 grams of protein left over. So when we go to the restaurant tonight, I'm going to order something with protein and I'm probably guaranteed to hit that protein goal. I also saved quite a bit of room in my calories. I have 950 calories remaining. That way I have enough room for a meal out because let's be honest, when you go to a restaurant, they're very, very high in calories. They're usually going to be around 1,000 calories, even more if you're getting drinks, appetizers, bread. So it really does add up quickly, which is why I like to save a lot of room in my calories for the meal out. I always get pre-boiled eggs because I'm lazy. The butter, I always put it on the scale like this, and then you could take out the negative grams after you tear your scale. This is the easiest way to track things out of a container. And I do 8 grams or 8, I use the milliliters because that's what it has on my FitnessPal. This is breakfast, so I have 1 cinnamon raisin bagel from Dave's Killer and then 2 eggs. I added my eggs back in. This whole week I wasn't having eggs, I was just having banana because I have a super high carb diet right now and I didn't need the extra protein, but this time I am because we're going out to eat. And I wanted to show you guys too, if you saw my last full day of eating video, you'll see that I have very similar meals usually. So last video I had a plain bagel. This time I'm having cinnamon raisin. So you don't always need to add like so much different variety that overwhelms you and it's completely different meals. Like literally just change the flavor of your toast or your bagel or change your protein. You can keep the same meal structure and then just change like one thing of it and then it's a whole new meal. And you already know coffee after breakfast. This is my favorite time of the day. I use my Chobani creamer, vanilla. I do 30 grams. And then we are doing just some regular old 2% organic grass-fed milk. I'm gonna drink this, do a little bit of work right now very quickly, and then we are going to the gym and I'm gonna be doing my leg day, my second leg day training session. And I always have my creatine and electrolytes for my training sessions too. Actually, I drink these every day, even on rest days. You just mix it in with your water. And I'm actually in, like I mentioned, a reverse diet. So since my last full day of eating video, we are up in calories. So I'm up to 2,500 calories now. I forgot what my carb intake is. It is pretty high. I think about 345 carbs and 65 fat, 145 protein. So your girl's eating good. And I'm just fully embracing this season of building muscle, getting stronger, seeing the scale gradually go up over these last few months, but I'm fully embracing it. And probably next year I'll be doing my next cut. So you definitely need to build the foundation if you want to look lean and toned. It's not always about losing weight, especially for me in the season that I'm in. It's about building the muscle so I can actually change my body composition even more.
I guess it wasn't meant to be.
just got back from the gym. I am shaky right now and starving. So I am going to heat up my next meal, which is just one of my meal prep. I love this burrito. It's like a chicken enchilada burrito. It is so good and very high in protein. And this is the best part about having meal prep, whether you meal prep for yourself, which is what I've always done, or this week I decided to get a meal prep company. This is how you can stay on track with your nutrition, is simply just planning ahead. If I did not have these meals ready, it would be so easy for me to just go to Chipotle right now or like go out to eat. So oftentimes it's not about willpower or motivation. It's just like, make it easy for yourself to stay on track. Meal prep your food, especially if you're like me and don't really like cooking. I do not want to cook every day. And I actually did not cook at all this week because I've got a meal prep company now. So yes, gonna heat this up. This is 440 calories, 37 protein, 39 carb, and 13 fat. You guys, I'm so excited to eat this burrito. Doesn't this look so good? So this is how I stay on track, is I eat meals that I enjoy and I make it very easy and simple for myself. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna do some work. And then in a few hours, I'll have my next meal before we have our meal out. Also, if you guys are wanting to make something like this at home, I think it's just a tortilla with shredded chicken breast. There's like a ton of chicken in here. That's how it's very high in protein. It has black beans. And then I think there's like onions or something in here too. And then you can make a low calorie, high protein sour cream out of Greek yogurt, so that it has like a yogurt sour cream on top, and then just cheese. So the cheese also has protein too. And then I think this is just like an enchilada red sauce. Walking on my walking pad while doing some work, because your goals don't happen on accident, okay? I also like to just get movement in. I just feel a lot better when I am walking and staying active. My job is actually very sedentary. Like, I'm just sitting here at my desk pretty much all day. So I do try to do like half of the day on my walking pad. I get a lot of steps in this way. It really, really helps. And it's just important, especially if you're going to be having a meal out or it's the weekend, like keep your body moving. Okay. I'm probably going to eat my next meal in like, I don't know, 30 minutes. And then we will have our dinner in a few hours. Okay. Because dinner is in like 3 hours, I should probably eat before it gets too close and then I'm just too full for dinner. But now I'm going to have my Palo Verde bowl. I haven't tried this one, but I'm going to try it right now and we'll see how it tastes. I feel like this is my entire life, like coming to the microwave, heating up my meal, eating my food, working, like come to this thing multiple times a day because we fuel our bodies over here. So as you guys can see, your girl still eats good on days that we go out to eat. And I think a huge mistake that so many people do is you think that because you're eating more later on, you're gonna like starve yourself or restrict yourself the entire day. And that's not how we want to roll over here, especially if you want to maintain your progress and be lean year-round and be able to live a balanced lifestyle. It's not about restriction. In fact, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you approach it that way, where you're like, oh, we're going out later, I'm just not gonna eat at all during the day, or you like barely snack, because now you're gonna go into the dinner starving and you're gonna overdo it, you're gonna binge, then you're gonna feel even worse the next day. So this time I'm actually going into our meal and I'm gonna not be as ravenous or like super hungry. I'm still gonna obviously eat the meal, but this like sets you up for success because you're consistently fueling your body throughout the day. And if you want to get lean, build muscle, you don't do it by restricting yourself. Like, you eat good, okay? Like, I'm eating a lot of food, I have a lot of calories, and like so many women think it's about restriction when that is not the case at all. Here is my beautiful bowl. This smells really good. It smells like Chipotle, low-key. So I'm gonna mix her up and we're gonna try it together. This has, what is this? 470 calories, 51 protein, 46 carbs, and 9 fat, which is what I love. Also, before, because this is still hot, I'm just gonna let it cool down a little bit. If you want to get a meal prep company or you want to order meal prep foods, not all meal prep companies are good, okay? There's a lot of them that I actually do not think have good macros, and a lot of them are not accurate either. So first, you want to make sure that the macros are actually accurate, and the way that you can tell is if you just continue to track macros and get better and better at it. It's a skill that you get really good at, and when you're weighing out your food and you're portioning things out, you know what 4 ounces of chicken looks like. You know what 200 grams of rice looks like. And so when you get meal prep companies or like meal prep food, you can look at it and be like, does this look accurate? Like, I've seen meal prep companies where it's like 60 grams of protein, but the chicken is like this big. I'm like, yeah, I do not think these macros are accurate. So you need to be careful with that. Second thing is you want to get a meal prep company that's more of like a fitness brand. Like, this brand is literally called Foodie Fit. And so it's for like, you know, macro people who are like gym rats. And so that's how I know it's going to be pretty good, pretty macro friendly. I do not recommend things like HelloFresh HelloFresh or, you know, just the other like where you buy the food and you cook it at home. I don't recommend those because usually they give like the high fat meals. Like a lot of those meals are very high in fat, like 25 to 30 grams of fat, which is fine. But if you're tracking macros, you know that your fat macro is probably going to be between like 50 to 60 to maybe 70 grams of fat. And so if like your one meal is taking up half of your fat macro for the day, it makes it really hard to stay within your macros. So when I'm looking for meal prep, I go on their website first and I make sure that I can find meals that are high protein and lower fat, because fat is the one that will fill up the most. My other meals are a little bit higher than this, but I knew that they were pretty decent macros just by looking at the macros online. And so I teach my clients how to make sure that meals are macro friendly, because it's not just about healthy, it's about making sure you're hitting your macros. So now that that's out of the way, now let's try this meal. I hope it's not spicy. She's pretty good. I'll give her a 7. I feel like it needs more salt. Okay guys, this is the dinner fit. Feeling fancy. My mirror is very dirty. Caesar salad. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, let's try. Yeah, that's good. Okay, it's like so quiet in here, so I'm whispering, but this is what I ended up finishing because I get bold really easily and Hector always laughs at me, but he finished his Caesar salad because I need to save room for the steak. Ooh, there she is. Okay guys, we just finished dinner. I have some leftovers here. I just like to enjoy and not overly stuff myself until I feel super uncomfortable. I used to overdo it at restaurants and I would just eat way too much. And so I just like to eat until I'm satisfied. And if you have leftovers, they can take them or you can take them home with you. So now I have some extra food for tomorrow. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this full day of eating. Let me know if you want to see more. If you want to see like what my weekends look like or just a regular day, let me know in the comments and I'll see you guys in the next video.